Okay, everything looks like it's good. My boomstick down. Cool. Alrighty. So, what were we doing? 4:25 now. I have. Oh, you hopped in real quick. I didn't know there was anybody in the chat. Whew, how's it going? Okay, so stream is healthy. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this real quick. Bam. Alright, now I can see the chat better. Cool. Alright, here we go. So, I see a couple people already logged on. Sweet. You are in a barn. Barns are cool. Just hopefully it's insulated. And I did some stuff yesterday. Or last night. I added some more lockers. Because I found my rubies. I found a lot of rubies. And I made a thing. I'm gonna show you guys the thing. It's my prawn suit. I made the prawn suit. Your friend is in the capturing zone. I feel like I'm missing some context. You guys playing like capture the flag or something?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm aboard, Captain. Oh, gotcha. The garage. Ah, okay. What was I doing? I'm gonna cut this. Hello, Eli. So, we have somebody in the barn garage, and Eli just popped up. And one more. Yeah, 100. Cool. Alright. So, now that Eli's hopped in too. Hey, did you see what I just showed everybody, Eli? Did you see my new thing? I made it last night off stream, but I found a lot more resources and stuff. I found my rubies. Found all these rubies. And I found some stuff. And I found some gel sacks. And I found some deep sea mushrooms. But now I'm gonna go show you the thing. Here's the thing. Oh, look at that. Look at it. It's the prawn suit. We're gonna turn the ping off for this though. And what we're going to do, because I found a lot of cool resources down in the blood kelp zone, but it's kind of too deep for the Cyclops to go right now. So what I'm gonna do is just farm for resources, because I can't do a long stream. I'm doing a Thanksgiving part 2 today with some family, and we're doing it at like 5. So we're really just going to be farming for resources. But because I did a lot of stuff off stream, I'm going to cover what I did. And I made some exterior growth beds, and I found the exterior growth bed on the floating island, which I need to go back to and drop a beacon at some point. But I found these gel sacks in the blood kelp zone, or the sea traders cove, and I'll go back and I'll find some out in the wild, because I've always had a hard time finding these things. You used to be able to find them in the trenches by the Aurora, but as I was reading the wiki last night, they're no longer there. But the cool thing is all you need is one. You can pick it up, or you can cut it up into seeds, and they grow really quick, but you need these to make aerogel for the prawn and some other upgrades. And these things are really, really good for your bioreactors. So I'm actually going to pick up a bunch right now, and we'll cut them up. But one of these things I think yields 3 seeds. So it didn't take me long because I ended up picking 3 of them out in the wild, and I was able to build these 3 growth beds here in no time. So, and these things will be grown here in like not too much longer. And I attempted to do the power cell charger on the Cyclops, and I was noticing that it was draining my power a lot quicker than it was charging the power cell. So they might have changed that. But I was also running with only 2 power cells in the Cyclops at the time. So I don't know if you had a full set of 6 power cells, if you could be able to indefinitely keep your stuff charged. So I'm just kind of getting enough material now to spam power cells so I can just keep a couple lockers full of power cells on the Cyclops. And I've done some stuff to the Cyclops too that will come in. I'll show you guys here in a second. But I've been getting a lot more of these marble plant things because they just are a lot better than what I've been using. I thought I had a... Oh, okay. You're just going to lag on me? Awesome. Cool. And we'll go in here. Put you in there. And put you in here. And we'll just put all you in there for now. And that should do us really well. I did unlock the nuclear reactor blueprint last night. What else did I do? I did a lot of ground when I was just kind of supposed to be farming for resources. We can make a bunch more advanced materials. There's a nuclear rod. Alright, Eli. You take it easy, man. What else did we do? I found another alien base, but we're not going to go to that one right now. I might go to that later tonight after my festivities. But we are going to take the Cyclops because I need to find one of these depth modules blueprints. So we'll go from there. Oh, there's a nuclear reactor. I haven't made it yet. I will eventually. But my base is doing very good on power right now, so we're not too worried about that. So let's go jump into the Cyclops. But for that, I'm going to keep those 2 power cells here as a backup just in case something happens out in the wilds. So here we go. We don't want to access upgrades. We want to... Captain. Wait, can I access the upgrades at any time? Yes, I can. I didn't know that. I thought you had to be at the moon pool to access upgrades. Because I took out the grappling arm for the prawn so that I could grab stuff. So we're going to grab that. And I'm just going to stick that in the prawn suit storage because I've upgraded the storage to pretty much as much as you can. Like all storage right now. So that's not going to be how it is forever. Once I start getting the depth mods made for the prawn suit, we'll start doing that. But for now, this is going to be okay. And there's the Bethulu. Let's go ahead and check that out. And then we'll just farm for resources.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Oh, and as I look at the chat, I'm noticing that everyone's left before I could tell them I found the Ghost Leviathan last night and that I could trigger it again. Oh, hold up. That's interesting. I'm buffering on one side of my... But I'm not buffering on that. Okay. So I hope you guys aren't experiencing buffering. Because on one of my screens I am, but on my laptop I'm not, so... But yeah, we have plenty of power cells. We're good. Ooh. One of you are empty. Is empty. No, you're good. Stop hitting my Cyclops. Alright, we're fine. So we're good. One thing that happened last night was I did end up dying out in the wilds. Well, I ran out of water when I was in the blood kelp zone. Oh, I gotta turn my engine on.
Engine powering.
One thing I found out, though, is I had my Cyclops, I had the prawn suit, I was running around, gathering up resources, I was getting all those rubies, and I ran out of water. And what happened, I jumped in the Cyclops, and I thought I'm just going to make a beeline straight to the base as far as I can before I die, and I will just use the Sea Glide to, you know, swim and trek back. What is it hitting on? Must be fish. And I was going to use the Sea Glide just to kind of make a trek back to the Cyclops after I died. But what happened is I ran out of water and I was losing health, and I just didn't die. I was at the helm like I am now, and I didn't die. So what happened, as soon as I got back to base, I exited the piloting function of the Cyclops, and then I died. So I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's a thing that they actually worked into the game and they're going to make it a mechanic. But if you're dying, your health is running out, and you pilot the Cyclops, you will not die. And I'm going to test it out later, not right now. Music change. Just because, oh, there's plenty of salvage down there that we're going to take. Yeah, look at that. So I'm going to test it out later to see if that's actually true. That if you are dying and you're piloting the Cyclops, you'll still live until you exit the Cyclops, or the piloting function. So we're gonna grab you, plant you. But yeah, so that's why I put all these plants up in here, so that I don't have to worry about dying from hunger or dehydration again. And we're gonna repair you. And the reason I took the grapple off was so that I could grab stuff with the prawn suit, because I got tired of hopping in and out. And what I did not know but suspected, if you grab stuff with the prawn suit, it actually puts it in the prawn suit's inventory, not your actual inventory. So if I go to my inventory now, it's not going to show up that I've grabbed some stuff. So just keep that in mind if you're playing. You know, all the stuff that you grab with the prawn suit is going to go to the prawn suit's inventory, which makes sense, you know, when I thought about it. So cool. So that was that. And I'm surprised this thing isn't attacking us, because it should. But this will make getting resources a little bit easier. Come on. There is that delay when grabbing stuff. And I don't have the jet thrusters yet, or modification to make it better. So I gotta be careful. But because we have that upgrade with the grapple, I can pretty much get wherever I need to go. Because you can grapple to the side of a cliff or something, and it'll restore your stamina, and then you can kind of hop out and move up. So I'm not worried about falling to the depths and not being able to recover my prawn suit. But because we have the gel sacks and I have plenty of rubies, worst case scenario, if I had to make another prawn suit, we can. So that's cool, and that's kind of up to speed on what's going on. But I do want to end up encountering the Ghost Leviathan again last night, or I want to encounter the Ghost Leviathan again, because when I was playing last night, I ended up and it was towards the end of the video last night. I'll try to make a clip of just the Ghost Leviathan, and I might post that up as like a highlight, because there's a couple highlights that I want to make. Oh, come on. There we go. Of the live streams, there's one where the Reaper Leviathan like jumps over me that I want to cut up and splice. I want to get the Reaper Leviathan, but the problem with the Reaper Leviathan thing, for some reason the video lags right as the Reaper or the Ghost Leviathan attacks me. So I need to, come on, pick it up. I need to trigger it again and, you know, get a better video shot of the Ghost Leviathan, because it was absolutely terrifying. And I've also read that, because I was in what was called the dead zone, and if you spend, so you go into the dead zone, and it tells you, hey, you're in the dead zone, immediately a Ghost Leviathan will spawn, which is what happened to me in the stream last night. And if you stay in there for 30 seconds after that, a second Ghost Leviathan will spawn. And if you stay in the 30 seconds after that, a third Ghost Leviathan will spawn. And I was in my Seamoth, and even with my my hull mod, it one hit took me about down to 54% health. So I don't think I'd be able to survive with 3 Ghost Leviathans there. But we're going to, once there's, you know, the usual suspects are back online and watching it so everybody can see it, I'm going to trigger the Ghost Leviathans again, and I'm going to scan it so it's in our database. And then I'm going to end up getting the Reaper Leviathans. We're just going to start scanning all this stuff. Yeah, we want... I want that. Okay, there we go. But that's not for this stream. Right now, it's just farming. I ended up getting too carried away with the exploration last night. And my base, again, even though it has great hull integrity, it kept breaking. So I reinforced the hull to be like 200% or 200 HP on my base. It should be fine. I don't know why it keeps breaking. But it took up almost all my lithium. Will you stop? And I also need salt for something. I don't remember. It wasn't water. I was using salt for some advanced material. But because we have the Cyclops and I have titanium on the Cyclops, I can make more lockers. We can be away from the base for a while just collecting resources, which is pretty much what I plan on doing right now. At least until about, 5 or so. I did make a fabricator on the Cyclops so that I can take all the salvage that I'm getting and I can turn it into titanium. Boop. Alright. So that's kind of what's going on right now. I know I just threw a lot of information out there. And somebody asked why I haven't been uploading recordings last week of just pre-recorded videos. I'm focusing more on the streaming side right now because I like being able to interact with you guys. I'm still going to be doing my normal Let's Plays. Yeah. So we're about... Flaming Fire Pillar. Sorry, now I'm talking to you. We've, gosh, I think I'm almost like... I'm about 17 hours into this playthrough. So, the first hour into this game, a buddy of mine was watching the stream, and he had never seen the Reaper Leviathans. So I went to the Aurora, and I made sure I got up close and personal to one, and I encountered another Reaper later on, and it took out my Seamoth, which sucked. And then later, I was actually in this biome, the mushroom biome, and I found a third Reaper Leviathan that got my attention, and I swam up to the surface in the Seamoth, and I'm just like trying to go away. I'm trying to get away from it, and it does this really cool maneuver where it jumps behind me, coils up like on itself, so it was like looked like a kind of like a crescent moon type thing, and just like jumped over me, and it was just a really cool shot. I have to go back and cut that clip out because it was part of, I think, my 8-hour-long live stream, so I don't expect anybody to sit through all of that. But long answer to your questions, but yeah, I've encountered a couple Reapers, and last night when I was still streaming, but everybody had logged off, I actually triggered the Ghost Leviathan. Yeah, I actually had nightmares of the Ghost Leviathan last night. And I plan on triggering the Ghost Leviathan again when I have a couple more of my friends that haven't played this game. They've been kind of watching me play it instead of playing it themselves. So when I can, I'm going to get the the Ghost Leviathan back. And then I'm going to scan the Ghost Leviathan. Because I'm crazy, and that's what you do when you're Let's Playing. But yeah, I remember when the Reaper was the biggest creature in the game. I think at one point the Reaper was... If it wasn't the biggest, it was at least the biggest threat in the game. That's... Yeah, I plan on dying a lot. Because if you spend... if you go to the dead zone, which is the easiest way to trigger the Ghost Leviathan, from what I read, you immediately get to the dead zone and it'll spawn one Ghost Leviathan, and then 30 seconds after that one spawns, a second one will spawn. Oops. And then 30 seconds after the second one spawns, a third one will spawn. So, and they all attack you immediately as soon as they see you. And from what I was reading though, and I could be wrong, like they'll attack you once and then they seem to lose interest. So it's possible, I'm hoping, I can take my hit, repair my Seamoth, because I'm not taking the Cyclops out there. It's a lot easier to rebuild a Seamoth. And hello, you're new. Hopefully I can make it so that I can repair my Seamoth in time.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Because there's no way to do that out in the dead zone with the prawn. The other theory I have is there are some juvenile Ghost Leviathans that spawn in the game. I was wondering if you scan those, if it would count towards a Ghost Leviathan scan, or it would make a whole separate entry for the juvenile. But I didn't look into it that much. But I'm... Silver, yeah, I need that. I'm not really looking forward to that run, but I'm probably going to do that. Maybe, I got another family thing going on tomorrow, but I want to do the Ghost Leviathan scan next weekend, probably next Saturday or Sunday, maybe Friday after work. Just go nuts. Because that, yeah, you're right. If they died 5 times, it's probably going to take me just as many, if not more times. I'm not looking forward to it, but it'll be entertaining for you guys, I hope. Let's see how we're doing on space. Oh boy. Okay. So I have 24 more spots I can fill up.
Detecting volcanic activity and several unusual electromagnetic signatures in the region. Exercise caution when diving deeper.
If you have time, because my stream's only going to last for maybe about 10-15 more minutes before I have to go meet up with my family, check out my stream I did last night, but skip to... Don't watch the whole thing. It's like an hour. It's like almost 2 hours long. Skip to 1 hour and 41 minutes in, because I encountered the Ghost Leviathan at about 1 hour 42 minutes in. There's a problem with the video capture for some reason. It freezes when the Ghost Leviathan like starts to come at me. So you get like a really nice shot of the Ghost Leviathan, and that's what I use for my thumbnail. But it goes from like where the thumbnail is, and then it kind of cuts to the Leviathan being on me. But you get to hear me freaking out, so... But yeah, so I want to make sure that when I scan it, everything's all good and everybody can see it. But I'm probably gonna make that an event, and I'll post that onto like my Facebook and Twitters and Instagram and all that, so all my friends and followers on those sites can see it too. Because that's gonna take a while. I'll probably end up building a Oh, you know what? Can I get off this cush, please? Thank you. I can take the Cyclops to the edge of the dead zone. With the Seamoth in the Cyclops. And every time I die, it'll just spawn me back into the Cyclops, assuming the Cyclops doesn't get destroyed. And then I can just use the Sea Glide until I lose the Sea Glide from dying. And I can just boogie on out every single time until I scan that thing. Yeah, that's going to be the plan of attack. That's what we'll do. Cool. I have a plan for how I'm going to die multiple times trying to scan a ghost Leviathan. There's nothing like planning your inevitable demise. Oh, I think I'm full up on inventory. Yeah, so I can't scan that for resources. So, alright, let's get some more of those resources, and then, oh, that's a creature egg, which I don't want. Stop it. Oh, yeah, really stop it. Because you are hurting me. And I don't know if I can make this without the grapple. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a plan if you're trying to scan these things. I've seen some people like do it that they've managed to scan them, but I don't know how they did it. It seemed to be like pure luck. Because I know Markiplier tries to scan the Sea Dragon, and I want to say he pulled it off, but even he admitted it was like dumb luck because he kept dying. Or almost dying. So, oh crap, come on, get over. We gotta get to the Bethulu. Alright. But yeah, so that's gonna be a fun event, because depending on how long it takes me to get the ghost scanned, then I'm gonna try to get the Reaper scan. Just the normal Reaper. That'd make it too easy. I mean, I was thinking about the stasis rifle. I have it unlocked, the blueprint unlocked, but I haven't done it. I want to try it without the stasis rifle, but I think that I'm gonna have to cave and end up using it. I know that I'm gonna have to use the stasis rifle for at least the Sea Dragon, but I think I can get the Ghost and the normal Reaper without using the stasis rifle. I've never encountered the Sea Dragon in one of my playthroughs yet. So, I mean, I've seen it, so I kind of know what to expect, but there's a very good possibility it could creep up. I could miss it and scare me, because I tend to overlook a lot of stuff when I'm Let's Playing. Yeah, I'll, oh, you know what? I don't think I have the link to the Facebook page on here. Yeah, if I didn't know what it was, it would have scared me. Yeah, I don't have my Facebook link up here. Hey, Skill Boys. If you guys click on any of my other videos, it'll have the link to my Facebook page. And I'll post the event that I'll do all the scanning of the Leviathans there. Actually, you know what? I don't think it will be on my... Go to my Cuphead, Axe Plays Cuphead Part 1. I know that the link to that is on there. Or I could probably just type it into the chat here in a second. I'll type the link into the chat before I log off. I totally... Oh my gosh, did I just walk right through? Thanks, Skill Boys. We'll be doing this again, so you won't be missing out too much. I'm just farming right now, so farming and planning my inevitable death when I go to scan like a crap ton of Leviathans. All right, so I got distracted talking about all that I forgot to get into my thing. There we go. All right.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
All right, let's before I forget, because last night I made the mistake of journeying into the blood kelp zone with no water or food. Yeah, I got a family thing going on in like maybe 15-20 minutes. Then I'm gonna do that, and then I'll log back on and stream later tonight. Oh, what do we got going on? Can I get down here? What was I saying? Oh, I went to the blood kelp zone, and I had 0 water, 0 food, and I went into it with about half of my water. So I was very dumb. I didn't even think about it. And I ended up getting dehydrated, and I made it back to my Cyclops, and I found out that if you're piloting the Cyclops and you run out of health, you will not die. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's something they're going to fix later. But that was cool. It got me back to my base, but then as soon as I stopped piloting the Cyclops, I died immediately, and then I spawned kind of just down here. So that was cool. I didn't know that. It's not really something that I want to exploit, but it's nice to know that that is an option if I'm, if I do happen to run low on food and water, I can go pilot the Cyclops and just pray that I can get back to base in time. Because I really didn't want to take my Sea Glide all the way out to pick up my prawn suit and my Cyclops. Alright. So let's do this now. I can pick up my Marb. Hi, Peter Jacobson. So for you guys in the chat, I'm giving Peter Jacobson a shout out right now because he logged in yesterday and I was supposed to just be farming like I am now, and he told me like a good location to pick up some stuff, and it ended up putting me to exactly what I needed to find. And while you were away and I kind of off stream, I ended up building the prawn suit. I found all the rubies. I did end up looking for the wiki kind of off camera, and I found a lot of rubies. I found the gel sacks, so I made a lot of headway. And let's see, the first time I found the mushroom forest. Yeah. So okay, the high concentration of Leviathan class predators. I ended up wandering into the dunes about like my first 2 hours into this playthrough, and at that point one of my old coworkers and really good friends was watching, and I totally forgot that I had to eat, and he has never seen a Reaper Leviathan before. So I said, hey, we're not going to mess with this, because at that point I didn't even have a Sea Glide at that point. I was still fresh into the game, and he goes, to be honest, I want to see the Reaper Leviathan, and I said, crap. So I made the rad suit. We went behind the Aurora, and we triggered that Leviathan, and I let him eat me. So let's see, what are we gonna do really quick? Because I don't have much more time. I'll push the stream till about 5:10, and Peter Jacobson, we were talking about doing an event next week, probably Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm not sure which day yet, but I'm going to trigger the Ghost Leviathan again because I triggered it last night, and I'm going to scan it without a stasis rifle. And then I'm going to find a Reaper Leviathan, and I'm going to scan that without a stasis rifle. And if I can't do it, I'll make the stasis rifle, and we'll scan it like that. So we're gonna make a fun thing for that, and I'm gonna post that event on the Burning Yin Yang Facebook page, which I didn't put that in the description for this stream, but it's in my other Axe Plays videos. If you click on that, you should be able to get to the all of the social media sites, and I'll try to post it in the chat here before I sign off tonight. And we'll go the wrong way because I forgot that I had all that inventory still in my stuff. So we're gonna... Oh, I forgot that thing attacked me. So let's repair you really quick. Yeah, so we're gonna do some fun little challenges next week now that I'm kind of getting a lot of my cool stuff here. Thank you. Alright, Flaming Fire Pillar. We'll catch you later. And thanks for reminding me to save. I get so caught up with talking about everything that I forget that. I mean, that's like the #1 rule in my gaming playthroughs is just save, 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 save. Which I don't forget to do if I'm doing a... If I'm recording a Let's Play, I save like crazy all the time. But then when I'm streaming and I'm interacting with everything and like everything's so shiny and taking my attention, I completely forget to save all the time. Let's go drop off some of this stuff. And if it's too dark in the Cyclops and you guys want me to turn the lights on, let me know. I have enough power cells that I can keep the lights on inside the Cyclops. If you guys want to be able to see what's going on easier. Because from what I can see on my... I have the feed running on 2 different monitors. It is really dark, so I don't have a problem using up my energy that way. Alright. Actually, you know what? We'll just do that anyway. It'll make it easier for everybody to see. I can sacrifice power so you guys can see. Save. And we'll get more of this stuff. Yeah, because I'm spamming for resources right now so that I can build and just spam a whole bunch of power cells and just get my stock build back up. Because what happened again last night, Peter Jacobson, was my base. I had over when I put all those reinforcements. I had it over 100 health. It was still cracking and stuff, so I got it up to over 200, but it killed my lithium supply. So I decided to kind of do a whole bunch of other stuff, and then I built some other upgrades and up in here, like I built my fabricator. And this growth bed is going to go away eventually, and I'm going to end up putting 4 of these along this side here because I don't like just how it looks. And I'm going to replace these with the marble melon. But it makes a huge difference if you have food on your Cyclops, because then you won't have to worry about the food or dehydration. Like I did, and it killed me. Okay, so we have a little bit more time. Let's get a couple more resources, and then we'll call that good. I'm not going to get too crazy with anything because we are kind of down to the wire as far as this stream goes. But thank you guys all for tuning in, and I'm glad that you guys are excited about that. Basically me killing myself over and over trying to scan the Leviathans. That's going to be a fun event. We'll make a huge day out of that. Well, hopefully not a huge day out of it, but an entertaining one at that. So, let's get all this quartz. Oh, hey, ha. Oh, can't dodge me. I'm like Neo from the Matrix. What? Ha, 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 ha. Yep, can't get me. All day, every day. I've never been able to dodge those things before. That was a first. Oh, hey, another one. Ha, hoo, ha, he, ha. Okay. Strafe, 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 strafe. I wish my Overwatch game was that good. It's not. My Overwatch game completely sucks. I was gonna start streaming Overwatch instead of Subnautica, and then I started playing Overwatch, and I decided, yeah, that's a big nope. Dock you so I don't forget, and then we're gonna head back to the base. I don't know about you guys when you guys play your games. I for some reason I love ending my playthroughs and just my saves, even on my personal game, at my base. I don't know why. I just feel like I had an accomplished gaming session if I ended at the base. Like I have to take everything back to base and to like regroup, and then I can just start fresh the next time I play. So let's do that. Yeah, so we'll head back to base, and then I'll pretty much sign off from there. As I hit all my stuff. Let's go to the keel. Which I think I'll have enough time to kind of move some of the stock from Cyclops to the base. I should probably make a second base. I mean, I can have like an indefinite amount or infinite amount of beacons, and you can toggle the ping, so maybe we'll start working on a second base also, kind of further out. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just build a base close to the dead zone. That way, if something happens to the Cyclops and my foolproof plan does not work, do not... Okay, I thought it was gonna screw me up here. Okay. And if something happens to my Cyclops, I can just respawn at the base. Alright. So we'll escape after I turn my engine off.
Engine powering down.
Alright, so let's do this. And I had nothing in the prawn suit, so we'll just leave the prawn docked. But I will turn all these lights off. Just because I'm winding down. We'll start grabbing all this stuff. And we don't want the batteries. We want to leave those here. Nope. I can't remember if I stuck anything else in here, so I'm just checking really quick. Alright, we're good. Yeah, and then we'll just run all this stuff up into the base, and then I'm going to call it good. And I'll log in a little bit later. I'm not sure when, but I will. I'll stream a little bit later tonight.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Boom. Quartz, I think you might be full. Yeah, so you're going to go into overflow. And you're all copper. And salt. Oh, I forgot that I replenished most of my salt. Oh, cool. Precious gem, or metals. Boop, 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 boop. And cool. Here we go. Here. Here. And here. And I can't remember where I stuck my quartz. Alright. Okay. Whoa, where did I... There we go. I do need to craft a first aid or medical kit fabricator and stick that on the Cyclops. That is something I need to prioritize at some point. Oh, come on, I clicked it. Obviously, I didn't click it, otherwise it would have made it, but... Alright, so we'll do this. Boop, 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 boop. Get some more of my stuff. And then we'll call it good. Come on. Let me in.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
And I think I'm going to have to put my salt in overflow too. Oh yeah, I have way too much salt. Well, you can never have enough resources. You know what? We're going to leave some titanium on the Cyclops. Just in case we'll need it later when we're out and about. But I'll take this stuff. Alright, I think that's pretty much all my stuff that I got. So we're going to go run this stuff in, you guys, and then we're going to call it good. So, thank you guys again for tuning in. I'll log in later, and we'll talk more about how I'm going to end up... I have to find where I put my my equipment. Let's see, was it here? Was it here? Probably down here. Yep. Boop, boop. Nope, it's not. Okay, well, I'll find my equipment when I log back in. So, thank you guys again for watching. I'll tune in a little bit later, and we'll see what we can come up with then. So until next time then, I'm Axel for Burning Inning. Axel out.